Have you ever wondered why the majority of YouTubers don't like doing a top 10 list? The simplest answer would be that it's considered an elitist way of thinking. The organizer of the list also has to be able to say no. Well, it's true, it is an elitist way of thinking, but here's a newsflash. Any top 10, top 15, top 100, top whatever is considered in some way or form as an elitist way of thinking. But even if it was not a top list and it was just considered a list, that is just an alternative way of being an elitist way of thinking. Now you might get organizers of said list saying that it's just a list, just try to keep it friendly, that it's only a game, and it isn't about who's the best, it's just a list. This is a hypocrite's response to avoid a crisis, because there will always be somebody, something, or some item that didn't get on the list. Think about it. The only way to make a top list without it being elitist would be to include everything, everyone, or every item in no particular order. That is the only way. Rather than living in the mist though, I embrace the fact that there will always be somebody better than another at particular things. But it's more to it than that. The 10 best maps list has more meaning to that. Competitions are necessary for human life. They need something worth fighting for. They need something to strive for, something to make them feel like a winner while standing over their adversary. It's just part of human nature. For some, it helps benefit them, knowing that they're better than another. As long as there's no bullying or extreme prejudice that follows afterwards, it should be okay. If nothing else, a competition like this is still a lot better to do than what humanity was doing to entertain themselves 200 years ago. At least this competition is a lot less fatal. The Map Month season has come to an end, so now I bring forth 10 legends, or bring forth previous legends to add on to their legacy. Anyone whose map made it here in this video is considered a winner, because without you, Far Cry 5 Arcade would have died a long time ago. You are the ones that kept it alive during February, and for that, the community and myself thanks you. I am going to list the honorable mentions first, basically those that got number 11, and then I'm going to list the 10 legends that got on the main list. After that, the hardest maps ever played will be on display. Everyone commendable is brought here to this one video so that Strange Desmal can bring out the best in you.
can't move.
Oh, this is awkward. The hell? You and I are like glitched into each other. Yeah, this map is through the roof. It's awesome. Oh, this map is definitely a high favorite among the channel. Sand Dunes mini-theme has the map take place in a town that was buried underneath a tsunami of sand. The objective is to eliminate the mob boss, which is located underneath the sand in an underground ruins, and then make their way out. That's it. Unfortunately, the map is vulnerable to spawn cramping, where you're able to just run past the enemies without killing them, take out the target, and then go back and leave. It stops the enemies of the later waves from spawning, allowing the player to get an easy victory, and it's that reason why this got so low on the list. But even still, the map looks beautiful in every other regard. Rooftop takedown! I am coming for you. There better not be 105 enemies, Eric. Third dead body, and now I'm leaving you. Oh, I want that handgun. Oh, I wanted the handgun, but I'm too slow. I'm too slow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, it looks like the gunfighting has started. Well, everyone, looks like the cult is at it again. This time, they've taken over the roof of a building. It's not made clear as to what the building is or why players are being sent in there to protect it, but that's not for them to know, I guess. All they need to know is that there are 3 particular targets they must eliminate before making an escape. Battles will begin on the streets, but eventually make its way to the rooftop. If a player jumps off the roof without killing the target up there, they are able to re-enter the building 2 more times, which provides plenty of opportunities to be able to fix their mistake. Despite the low number that this map received on the list, it's still history in the making, as it is the first successful remake to ever get on the 10 best maps list. Oh, it already has a pretty cool beginning. It even has some context, some story here. We've exited the bunker. We've exited whatever that underground area is. That path thing. And we're walking along a very structured bridge. This plant life does not look like it's part of the... Oh my god, you go inside, you're not seeing anything. Okay, so now I'm indoors. I've only taken out 3 enemies so far. I've taken out 3 enemies, which probably means this entire base is going to be empty. This snowy mountain is holding a secret. What secret is that? Well, it's an underground base filled with cult members. Eden's Gate is at it again, and it's time for the player to infiltrate and destroy. The pathway outside has many bushes to take cover in, allowing multiple ways to approach from exterior. Despite its name, though, you don't actually destroy anything, and just run to the end for an instant victory. Though there are many enemies in the way that are not gonna make it easy. Now destroy the base! Destroy! A lot of people are here. It appears I'm going to be going from place to place, taking out these VIPs. Annoying slingshot sounds. This is because I was doing annoying slingshot shots, wasn't it? No bear. No bear. I can go in the water. That's right. Hypothermia doesn't exist in this map. And another snowy mountain gets on the 10 best maps list. MT Ruin requires players to travel from point to point, destroying all the enemies. Buildings will be encountered along the way, with some goodies inside every now and then. It looks like all of this area has been snowed in. The great part about this map, though, is that it tries to keep players on a set path, and it rewards players for being loud and noisy, though it is still very much possible to win with stealth. The mission will get harder as it gets further in, as tougher enemies will begin to appear. Players will have to stay on their toes on this mountain or be iced. To the other side of the tunnel. There's a gun there. I don't need your gun. I don't need your gun. I just have a bat. That's all I need. See? My bat is all my work. I've made it to the end. And now there's a... Oh my god. Oh my... Let's be straightforward about this. The new generation of gamers are not going to like this map because it's cosmetically too ugly. But anyone who was around during the original Nintendo days or the Sega days are gonna really like this map because it's gonna bring a lot of flashbacks. It almost feels like an old style run-of-the-gun mill arcade game. Just get to the end and you've won. Also, the difficulty is brutally unfair at times. You're gonna need to know some of your Far Cry 5 skills if you're gonna get through this. There will be a lot of enemies in the way, and eventually you are gonna have to fight. But you can make it to the other side of the tunnel. Pre-game hints. Screw your hints. I don't want your hints. I'm just go... Oh, so we're doing a horror map now, huh? I'm getting flashbacks of a game called The Suffering. The Suffering is like a game that makes you start off in a prison, and it's filled with monsters, and it's all horror-like. That's what I'm feeling right now. That door doesn't open. What happens if I press this button? Really now? I breathe in toxic fumes and I start hallucinating and thinking of blood and all that, huh? Is that what we're going for? I'll beat you down. I'll beat you all! Don't you dare stop me, Medikins! I'll beat you! Oh, I can just walk into you and you get beaten. See? I'm that strong. I'm stronger than you all. I just step on you and it hurts like hell, and I picked up ammo for weapons that I don't have. I'm guessing that if the alarm gets turned on, it's gonna summon a whole bunch more zombies. The idea of using zombies in an outpost seems ridiculous, because outpost games are more about stealth, reconnaissance, and assassinations. It's what people expect going in. There's just a certain playstyle that one has to use to be successful in an outpost game, and this playstyle does not work with Far Cry 5 zombies, because they are not affected by sound, and they can't be stealth killed without a proper weapon. Sometimes even the stealth kill with the proper weapon doesn't work because their senses are through the roof, so zombies are out of place in an outpost game. But that didn't stop the creator from trying, and look how far the map got. Darkness Ahead begins players in a prison that appears to have suffered an attack of some sort. It is unclear if this attack was biohazard or if it was an attack from evil spirits. All that one knows is that the prison was attacked, and the player must now break themselves out. Under Outpost rules, the only way to win is for the player to kill all human enemies, and then exorcise the demons, aka kill the zombies. The map and gameplay flow beautifully, but cosmetically is debatable because some areas of the map are too dark to see. Still, with a map like this getting on the 10 best maps list, it manages to prove that it is possible to make a good Outpost game with zombies on it. I'm guessing that if I jump all the way down, I'm gonna get a game over, right? Is this a game over? No, it's not. I can actually come down here. You're gonna let me swim down here. Alright. I'm climbing up. I'm going up. And there's my first target. Kaboom. Now I just have to find the other targets. So, jungle hit. 2 targets are located somewhere on this map and must be eliminated before the player can go to the extraction. Despite 2 targets, there is a lot of dangerous enemies on this map. combat is gonna get tough once the player is detected. I think the only thing missing from this jungle is the ability to swing vine to vine like Donkey Kong or Tarzan. That and maybe a few more trees for cosmetic. Oh well, maybe next time. This is a large forest style map. It's definitely the best forest I've seen so far today. So how do I want to play this? How do I want to do this? I probably could just use this as a camping spot, to be honest. The silence has been broken. Oh, I missed. Let's see how many I can shoot before they finally figure out that I'm in this direction. Old Army Industry has no story or theme, and instead is just straightforward. Gameplay takes place in a forest where the player must shoot a bunch of enemies. The map has secret guns to be found if one is willing to look, but they are just optional. Highlight NPCs is on to help players locate their enemies too, but even with that on, it still won't be easy because of the no health regen rule in effect. Approach each battle with a plan to prevent from being overwhelmed. Played during a live stream, so got no previous footage of this, so we'll go straight to the banter. This village has a lot of Far Cry 4 vibes because it uses the same building structures. It also feels like this is what it would be like if all the civilians had turned hostile. The player has two loadouts to choose from, one with a lot of weapons or one with not as many weapons. They must enter in a village and eliminate all the enemies. Despite most of the enemies not being on the control zones, a camping strat is not recommended for the whole duration as it will eventually send more powerful enemies to flush out. No health regen has also been applied, so it'll be tough playing this map alone. But it's winnable. My dice roll is saying that I am Mark. Why do I have two automatic weapons? Why is there two automatic? Oh, it didn't really matter. I still get another one anyway. There's another automatic weapon. Why do I have three automatic weapons? The music has changed the moment I went inside. They'll eventually find the body, I'm sure. Mark, Joe, Jen, Davis. All of these with loadouts. All of them look so fancy. Oh man, this is so well detailed. This map. Oh, there's some ammo here. Does the ammo come back? Nope, the ammo doesn't spawn back. Alright. When the number one appears, nobody ever sees it coming. Nobody knows who it's going to be, or who the winner is, including myself. And this time was no different. Last Days episode 05 took the top for this season. At the time of recording this, I am not sure what the reference to Last Days is. I've tried Googling it and found possibly a TV show, but still is made unclear. So if anybody in the YouTube comments can tell me where this is from, let me know. But for now, we gotta talk about this map. At the beginning, you get a lot of loadout choices, although one of the loadout choices is still questionable because 3 automatic weapons! There are 2 bounty targets that are residing inside of a high school, one on the first floor and another on the second floor. They must be eliminated before reaching the extraction point. It's not going to be easy because the entire building is being surrounded by hostility, and they will be ready to gun you down. The greatest part about this building is that all the AIs know how to work with it. They absolutely understand where everything is, where the positions of cover is, where the stairway is, and what floor to go on. They just know how it works, which is very rare for a customized building. All of this is custom made and probably took months to build. There wasn't any map that deserved the full 5-star treatment in my opinion. All the maps just seemed pretty mediocre this season, but this map came very close to the 5-star. Congratulations, Trevorak, probably said your name wrong, defeating 265 other maps in the process with your own. And I dub you the master of the arcade editor, giving you the right to call yourself the very best. Any of you PS4 players looking for more maps to play? Well, I got you covered. Just go to the arcade menu, solo and co-op, browse maps, creator, and then type in one of these names that is on the screen. These creators are standing by waiting for you to come play their maps. Many people ask all the time when the next season is going to be. It's usually followed up after I post a 10 best maps video, but they only receive vague answers with nothing confirmed. And it's because the plans change all the time, so I don't want to get people's hopes up. Well, another vague answer is coming, but this time it will have a lot more clarity to it. COVID. The virus. Or some people call it Corona. I'm not going to say its full name because it causes videos to get claimed. Anyway, the virus has reached a critical point at the time of posting this video. There will not be another season until the virus reaches its peak around the world. My family right now is currently in danger with the virus being a constant threat, so I need to be able to care for them at a moment's notice. But I can't do that while focusing on a season, so I hope everybody understands. Special thanks to Utops PJ1610 for assisting with the construction of the 10 best maps list for February, and special thanks to all nominations and legends for keeping Far Cry 5 Arcade alive. The season is over, so Far Cry 5 is gonna start slowing down on the channel now, but it won't be the end. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!